ये लाइफस्टाइल डिसीज़ क्या होता है, ये कुछ इन्फेक्शन जैसा नहीं, ये कोविड हो जो आ गया, ये बैक्टीरिया आ गया, वायरस आ गया, ऐसा नहीं है।
हम खुद ही इसको कॉज कर रहे हैं।
Most common sleep disruptor is blue light coming in from your digital devices, which is your TV, your phone, mobile, iPad, whatever you. Making sure absolutely no blue light for at least 1 hour before you go to sleep.
मतलब आप अपने लाइफस्टाइल को बदलते हैं, उसको एक दवाई की तरह, वो आपके लिए एक दवाई
बिल्कुल
की तरह काम करती है।
बिल्कुल। डायबिटीज़ में आपका ब्लड शुगर 10 पॉइंट्स तक नीचे आएगा इफ़ यू एक्सरसाइज फॉर 10 मिनट्स आफ्टर अ मील। वी हैव addictions, risky substances, tobacco, alcohol, even digital addictions. Now books in psychology have a new chapter, it was not there 25 years ago. But sugar is the new cocaine, sitting is the new smoking. Some patients for cliff to mountain में जाके they are falling off and we are ready in our ambulances to take them to the hospital. हमको कभी ऐसा सिखाया नहीं गया इसको एक फेंस बनाओ भैया, तो कोई ऊपर ही नहीं जा सके ना, तो ये करना बहुत हो जाता। लाइफस्टाइल मेडिसिन ये करता है, ये सिखाते हैं।
नमस्कार दोस्तों, आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है पीएमसी हिंदी की इस श्रृंखला में जिसका नाम है मेरी कलम। दोस्तों, मेरी कलम में हम आपके लिए नायाब हीरे चुनकर लाते हैं। इस बार जो हीरा हमारे साथ जुड़ा है वो है न्यूक्लियर फिजिशियन डॉक्टर मैत्री शंकर। उनके द्वारा लिखी गई ये किताब जिसका कि नाम है ईज। दोस्तों, जानते हैं उनके द्वारा किस तरह से हम डिसीज से ईज तक का सफर आराम से तय कर सकते हैं। आइए डॉक्टर जयशंकर से मिलते हैं। नमस्ते मैम, आपका बहुत स्वागत है हमारे इस पॉडकास्ट पर जिसका नाम है मेरी कलम। आपने बहुत खूबसूरत काम किया है, हमने आपकी किताब देखी। सबसे पहले तो मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूँगी कि आप प्रोफेशनली आप न्यूक्लियर मेडिसिन, न्यूक्लियर फिजिशियन हैं, क्या मैं सही कह रही हूँ मैम?
न्यूक्लियर मेडिसिन या
जी। तो मैम, आप न्यूक्लियर मेडिसिन से आप होलिस्टिक लिविंग पर कैसे आ गई?
बिल्कुल। थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी हियर। सो हम न्यूक्लियर मेडिसिन एक रेडियोलॉजी और मेडिसिन, इंटरनल मेडिसिन दोनों का ऐसे सोच सकते हैं, ये दोनों का मिलाव का एक सब्जेक्ट है। हम इसमें फंक्शन ऑफ द ऑर्गन्स देखते हैं, नॉट जस्ट एनाटमी। सीटी रेडियोलॉजी में सीटी और एमआरआई जो करते हैं वो सिर्फ कितना साइज़ है, कहाँ है लोकेशन से स्ट्रक्चरल इमेजिंग होता है। न्यूक्लियर मेडिसिन थोड़ा फंक्शन दिखता है, तो ये ठीक है, दोनों नॉर्मल लग रहा है, पर काम कैसे करता है। फॉर एग्जांपल किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट, तो दोनों 50-50 नहीं होता, दोनों किडनी तो एक 49 एक 51 होता है, तो बहुत फ़र्क पड़ता है। एक एक परसेंटेज भी किस किडनी को रखना है, किसको डोनेट करना है, फ़र्क पड़ता है। तो हम जो भी स्कैन्स करते हैं फ्रॉम हेड टू टो, सब ऑर्गन का वेरी सेल स्पेसिफिक, रिसेप्टर स्पेसिफिक फंक्शनल इमेजिंग होता है। तो लाइक थायराइड स्कैन्स, हार्ट स्कैन्स, लिवर स्कैन्स, किडनी स्कैन्स, एवरी ऑर्गन, बोन स्कैन्स, पेट सीटी स्कैन्स, एवरी ऑर्गन फंक्शन के लिए ये करते हैं। इसमें हम स्पेशल लाइसेंसेस चाहिए, रेडियो आइसोटोप, इसको बॉडी के अंदर लेते थे, इंजेक्शन या ओरली, जो भी तरीके से मुमकिन हो वो दे के, फिर हमारा बॉडी के अंदर से रेडिएशन जो निकलता है उसको हमारा स्कैनर्स कैच करते हैं। तो ये डिफरेंस है। रेडियोलॉजी में रेडिएशन बाहर से अंदर शूट करके, पेशेंट यहाँ होता है तो शूट करके इधर इमेजेस लेते हैं। यहाँ हम जो भी रेडिएशन कैच करते हैं उसको अंदर दे के फिर, ये डिफरेंस है। तो ये पूरा बॉडी सिस्टम, हर एक सिस्टम कैसे काम करता है और कैसे ये काम चेंज होता है। क्या कुछ भी हम कुछ आयोडीन स्कैन, वी आर डूइंग, थोड़ा बहुत आहार में आयोडीन का इधर उधर हो गया तो वो डिफरेंस स्कैन में दिखता है। हार्ट में शुगर का पूरा पेट सीटी में शुगर बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। ऐसे हमको हर दिन ये आहार का कितना इन्फ्लुएंस होता है बॉडी में देखते हैं हम, हमको ये बहुत डीप नॉलेज है और अंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि ये इट मेक्स अ डिफरेंस। So doing this for many years, it was very natural for me to understand. but about few years ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and we interact very closely with endocrinologists who are the specialists, and everybody kind of gave me the same advice. Take this medication for 3 months. It doesn't come down. We'll increase the dose. That is the norm, right? And that's when I started researching, and I didn't want to take medications. बिकॉज वो एक साइड इफ़ेक्ट जो आप पढ़ते हो उसमें उसमें है बिटरनेस. इट्स अ लाइफ लॉन्ग यू विल फाइंड फनी टेस्ट इन योर माउथ. That's one of the side effects. A metformin, one of the very common medications which we give almost all diabetic patients. And even मैं पहले लेने के पहले ही मुझे वो I was feeling that taste even before I took it. So तब से शुरू हुआ मेरा जर्नी. I started researching, then I got both certified in lifestyle medicine, which kind of uses lifestyle as medicine. That's how the word is.
मतलब आप अपने लाइफ़स्टाइल को बदलते हैं, उसको एक दवाई की तरह वो आपके लिए एक दवाई की तरह काम करती है।
बिल्कुल. एंड इसमें बहुत प्रॉपर प्रोटोकॉल्स भी है. ये इतना करोगे तो इतना ये कम होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल, डायबिटीज़ में आपका ब्लड शुगर 10 पॉइंट्स तक नीचे आएगा इफ़ यू एक्सरसाइज फॉर 10 मिनट्स आफ्टर अ मील.
कि ये आप मेज़र कर सकते हो।
मेजर कर सकते हैं. तो इसका सीजीएम आता है. अभी बहुत एडवांसेस आ गए हैं. एक लाइक कॉइन जैसा आता है. यू कैन पुट इट ऑन योर थिंग, एंड आपको आफ्टर यू ईट यू कैन डू द एवरीथिंग एंड यू कैन track it. It kind of reinforces what they are saying. So lot of new technology, biohacking, like the ring I'm wearing, this traces my sleep. And if I'm meditating, it shows me how it affects my heart. HRV changes, and so I know how I can control it, or what I should do better to keep it in the normal range. So like this, there is so many new things which have come out. And in lifestyle medicine, there are 6 pillars, स्तंभ जो बोलते हैं. एक आहार, और एक how we move, movement, and S is for sleep, and emotional health, mental, spiritual, all of this is very important. And positive psychology is how you connect vertically with your higher purpose and cause, and horizontally with people whom you love, you care, your co-workers and such. Last but not the least, we have addictions, risky substances, tobacco, alcohol, even digital addictions. Now, books in psychology have a new chapter. It was not there 25 years ago. It has come that much, we are seeing. And even food itself, हम जो आहार खाते हैं वही एक addiction जैसा है. It is like
हाँ,
socially accepted. Sugar is the new cocaine. Sitting is the new smoking, we say, right? So I think these kind of realizations is very important. And that's how, after I learned so much, हमको ऐसा लगने लगा कि ये हमको क्यों नहीं मेडिकल कॉलेज में
हुँ,
सिखाया नहीं देते.
हुँ,
एंड इतना होते तो हम इतना बीमारी प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. वो होने के बाद हम जो हमारा जो ट्रेनिंग है डॉक्टर्स का, ये ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट है. ये टैंक में टैप ऑन है, वो सब पानी आ रहा है, हमको सिर्फ मॉपिंग करने का काम सिखाया जा रहा है.
हुँ,
तो वो बंद करना कैसे? वो बंद करेंगे तो नहीं आएगा ना.
या
तो ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं तो लाइक ये सब पेशेंट्स एक स्टिफ क्लिफ जो माउंटेन में जाके दे आर फॉलिंग ऑफ,
हुँ,
एंड वी आर रेडी इन आवर एम्बुलेंसेस टू टेक
हुँ।
देम टू द हॉस्पिटल. हमको कभी ऐसा सिखाया नहीं गया इसको एक फेंस बनाओ भैया तो कोई ऊपर ही नहीं जा सके ना. तो ये
हुँ,
करना बहुत हो जाए. लाइफस्टाइल मेडिसिन एक करता है, ये सिखाते हैं. तो कैसे, क्या, पर्टिकुलरली लाइफस्टाइल डिसीजेस. ये लाइफस्टाइल डिसीज़ क्या होता है, ये कुछ इन्फेक्शन जैसा नहीं. ये कोविड हो जो आ गया, ये बैक्टीरिया आ गया, वायरस आ गया, ऐसा नहीं है. ये हम खुद हमको कर रहे हैं. हम खुद
हाँ, हम
कुछ
खुद ही इसको
खुद
कॉज़
ही
कर रहे
हम
हैं।
खुद ही तो है. तो ये सिखाना है, ये एजुकेशन करना है, अवेयरनेस करना है. तो इसीलिए ये बुक भी ऐसा ही शुरू हुआ. डिस ईज को डिस
हुँ,
निकाल
हुँ,
के ईज,
हुँ, हुँ,
and ease में E is for eating, A is for activity, S is for sleep and stress management, E is for emotional, which is includes mental, spiritual, and some supplements if needed. Because if you're very very strict diet, if there are any deficiencies, that also has to be kept in mind. So that's how this whole journey for me from functional imaging, nuclear medicine to lifestyle medicine came about. And yeah,
जी।
yeah,
तो
yeah.
मैम आपकी इस बुक का हम कवर पेज देख रहे हैं जो कि बहुत खूबसूरत कवर पेज है, और ये मैं इसमें बहुत ग्रीन का कलर देख रही हूँ। ग्रीन को हम ट्रेडिशनली मानते हैं द कलर ऑफ हीलिंग, और ग्रीन नेचुरली एक सूदिंग इफेक्ट भी है आपके ऊपर। ग्रीनरी कितना सूद करता है। तो क्या ये कॉन्शियस चॉइस थी मैम, या ये बस हो गया?
ये थोड़ा कॉन्शियस चॉइस ही था। अभी हम जो आहार के रूप में देख रहे हैं, इट्स अ लिटिल बिट प्लांट फॉरवर्ड, मीन्स होल फूड प्लांट बेस्ड, यू वांट टू ईट मोर प्लांट्स। शाकाहारी उसके भी एक लेवल ऊपर, सिर्फ प्लांट प्रोडक्ट्स, नो एनिमल प्रोडक्ट्स। सो ये थोड़ा एक कॉन्सेप्ट है। तो plants are green, and it is the way to go forward. Go is green. And I also run a small foundation called Green Foundation India. We do promote a lot of holistic, eco-friendly, sustainable, healthy living practices. So what plant-based foods do is, it's not just good for you as a habit, it's also good for your habitat, which is Mother
या
Earth.
या
सो अभी जो एनिमल इंडस्ट्री है उसमें कार्बन इम्प्रिंट जो
यस,
बोलते हैं,
ह्यूज कार्बन इम्प्रिंट।
it is very high.
यस।
So this is all kind of fitting together. There are mainly three angles. One is like an ethical angle, which is like the ahimsa, and how that connects to our dharma and karma, if you will, in a way that you are what we do has an impact on our own health also. And also it has a planet friendly angle, which is eco friendly. And main of course is your health. I think even human is in a way very self centered. I think that is the most important to us, right? Our own health, and then our planet's health, and then the ecosystem, animals around it. So all of that is kind of fitting into the green picture. That's how it kind of came about. And the A has a little leaf inside.
या इसमें
So
लीफ भी
it's
दिख रहा
like,
है।
it's like a plant kind of a
हाँ।
this thing.
तो मैम आपने अपने जीवन में क्या चेंजेस देखे जब आपने यू टर्न्ड ग्रीन, सो टू से? तो आपके लाइफ में पर्सनल चेंजेस क्या आए जब व्हेन यू टर्न्ड ग्रीन?
या श्योर। तो हम पहले से भी थोड़ा बहुत ग्रीन ही थे, इतना वीगन नहीं थे। बस हमारा घर जो है वो ऑलमोस्ट 100% वेस्ट फ्री है। वी डू
अच्छा,
composting.
ओके,
Yeah, we do kitchen composting.
ग्रेट।
We do grey water harvesting. So
व्हाट इज दैट? वो क्या है? ग्रे वाटर
तो grey
हार्वेस्टिंग?
water,
रेन वाटर और ग्रे वाटर?
बोथ। रेन वाटर इज रेन का सीधा जाता है। ग्रे वाटर इज व्हाट वाटर आप घर में यूज करते हो। तो पूरा नहीं कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत वाटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट में जाता है, थोड़ा बहुत डायरेक्टली आप गार्डन में यूज़ कर सकते हैं, वो हम करते हैं। तो फिल्टर बना के, एक सेटअप बना के, तो माय गार्डन वाज लाइक अ नेशनल अवार्ड विनर। वी डिड 100% ऑर्गेनिक गार्डनिंग। तो वी यूज़, और फॉर दैट वी यूज़ ग्रे वाटर। So if you're washing rice, if you're washing vegetables, and even when you're washing dishes, if you're using wood ash to clean, you're not putting any chemicals, or you're using natural enzymes to clean the vessels, all that is recyclable. That
या
can go. So we were on that path already. And we also do for the kitchen, kitchen garden especially, Jivamruta, which is like a ZBNF type of gardening, zero. There is Subhash Palekar, unka bahut ek movement hai. He got a Padma Shri also, I think. They promote desi cows. They have
जी,
the cow
काउस का
dung
काउ डंग
use
यूज करते
करके,
हैं।
तो उसको यूज़ करके we make a mixture. It's a microbial concoction, which has all the nutrients for, you add little bit like basin and jaggery, and you ferment it for 4-5 days, and then that becomes your natural fertilizer and a pesticide. So we are not using any harsh chemicals on our food. So this was kind of happening. We kind of intensified, और थोड़ा ज़्यादा किया मैंने। पूरा एनिमल बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स मेरा 3 या 4 ही थे, मिल्क ले लेते थे कॉफ़ी टी में, तो पूरा ब्लैक कॉफ़ी, ग्रीन टी स्विच हो गया। शुरू में थोड़ा सोय मिल्क ऐसे यूज़ किया, ओट्स मिल्क वी वर डूइंग, store bought, and then home also I was making. It is simpler to just give it up in coffee or tea, I realized.
बिकॉज़ ये हम जो ये आपका एक चैप्टर भी है जिसमें आप मिल्क के अल्टरनेटिव्स के बारे में बात करते हैं। पीनट का जो मिल्क आजकल ये बड़ा लेटेस्ट फैड भी है, ओट्स मिल्क, पीनट मिल्क, आमंड मिल्क। पर इनको बनाने के लिए आपको बहुत समय चाहिए और ये एक्सपेंसिव भी ज़्यादा होते हैं मेरे ख्याल से।
एक्सपेंसेस नहीं एक्चुअली, इफ यू
एक्सपेंसिव नहीं
नहीं,
है?
बिल्कुल नहीं। तो आप 1 लीटर दूध में कितना बनाते हो उतना ही लगता है, आप कैलकुलेट करके देख सकते हो मिल्क के लिए। बट चाहिए तो यूज़ कर सकते हैं। टेस्ट शायद सोय मिल्क का बहुत क्लोज आता है चाय कॉफ़ी में। ओट मिल्क भी थोड़ा होता है आपको, इट्स अ पर्सनल टेस्ट लाइकिंग
जी।
ऑल्सो आई थिंक। मैं साउथ इंडियन हूँ, तो मुझे मेरा कर्ड राइस बहुत चाहिए।
हाँ। मैं नॉर्थ इंडियन हूँ, मुझे भी आपका कर्ड राइस बहुत चाहिए।
अच्छा है, आई मीन प्रोबायोटिक है एंड कूलिंग है, सो उसके लिए हमने सब एक्सपेरिमेंट किया। मुझे तो 1 साल तक लग गया पूरा 100% कन्वर्ट होने में। शुरू में सोय मिल्क का टेट्रा पैक आता है, तो उसको एक टेट्रा सिर्फ मैं आई स्टार्टेड इन द फैमिली, नॉट द होल फैमिली, राइट? सो वेस्टेज भी ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए, तो एक टेट्रा पैक से शुरू हुआ। एक कप 2-3 के लिए, कॉफ़ी टी के लिए होता था। स्टोर बॉट प्लांट कर्ड जो है वो ठीक है, वीकली वंस और 2 टाइम्स इफ आई बाय इट वाज सफिशिएंट, स्मॉल पैकेट्स इट वाज सफिशिएंट। But the soy milk was giving me acidity because usko bhi they use stabilizers,
हुँ,
emulsifiers
हुँ,
to keep that shelf life, right? It's
हुँ।
like almost 6 months, right? So I was looking for alternatives, and then you can make. I've tried almost everything: almond milk, curd, peanut milk. So basically, any nut can be मिक्सर में डाल के उसको मिल्क बना सकते हैं। यू रिमूव द थिंग एंड यू गेट द मिल्क। यू कैन यूज़ दैट मिल्क इन एनी वे यू आर यूजिंग एनी अदर मिल्क, peanut milk, soy milk, or coconut milk. So coconut curd is the best. It has I have liked that the best. Even soy curd is very good. You can make instead of paneer, you can make tofu with soy. So बहुत choices है
आजकल तो
and
बहुत चॉइसेस
बहुत
हैं।
choices है and butters you can make seed butters like peanut butter, pistachio butter, you can make that butter. तो हमारा घर में शिवरात्रि इज़ वेरी एनुअल फेस्टिवल, तो हम उसमें अभिषेक के लिए जो करते हैं, ये मेरा इंस्टाग्राम में एक पोस्ट भी है, हमने पूरा वीगन पंचामृत बनाया था। तो पूरा उसके लिए अल्टरनेटिव्स घी के लिए कुछ बटर, हनी इंस्टेड ऑफ हनी डेट सिरप, सो मिल्क के लिए मिल्क, कर्ड के लिए कर्ड। तो ये अल्टरनेटिव्स एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ शुगर वी हैड केप्ट organic sulfur free jaggery, that kind of which is not uh, it's chemical free, there is no other processing done to it. So I think एक concepts हमारा भी एक कर्तव्य बनता है to imbibe the good and best into our already existing rituals and practices. So it just doesn't become you're doing something for the sake of doing it. What is conducive to today? What can we learn and teach our next generation, which is suitable for today's? So thoda thoda ek ek karke aise we are making a lot of changes. Now my parents are also on this path. I've been trying to get them on this path because mom is diabetic, and I think it really helps. So whenever I make, I give it to her sometimes, and we are pushing for it that way. And I think it once you see good results, right, it's no turning back. Maybe it won't work for everybody, but most people, for me as a doctor, they come with problems, and when we giving this as a solution, it is helping many people. It is helping. For me, my migraines went away, and some vague aches and pains was here and there, cough, allergic type of wheezing type. These things went away, and a lot of research to substantiate it. quite a bit, which shows presence of allergens or hormone disruptors and pesticides, because animal industry is not how it was many years ago. It is an industry,
हाँ,
and
पूरा इंडस्ट्री बन चुका है।
yeah, so a lot of things are being done back end, which we don't know fully about. Once you go and see and understand, you will yourself get that awareness. But it's a good way to start with patients who are having problems. I think it makes a difference, and if it makes a difference, why not? We will stick to it. Kind of a
एक और कॉन्सेप्ट मैम आपकी बुक में भी है और अभी आप बात भी कर रही थी, फर्मेंटेशन। तो फर्मेंटेशन क्या है? क्या ये मैजिकल फॉर्मूला है कोई? क्या इसका इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है बॉडी पर? इसके बारे में कुछ बात कीजिए मैम।
Definitely. So it's more of like in the food we have classified into 4 categories: what you can buy, what you can prep, how you can cook in terms of healthy cooking techniques, and how you can grow your own microgreens or these organic kitchen, and how you can eat mindful eating. So in this spectrum, fermentation falls in how you can prep, what all you can do in your food to increase its nutritional value in terms of micronutrient density or probiotic content, multiple things. So when we are fermenting, most common fermenting which we do, at least in Indian or South Indian,
हाँ, इंडियन
is
हाउसहोल्ड्स में जो हम करते हैं,
करते हैं, तो ये दही कर्ड
दही बनाते हैं। हाँ।
so milk is converted into dahi. There is evidence to show in milk what we look at, IGF, which is insulin like growth factor, which is what kind of stimulates the growth in the mammal, which is baby mammal, which is supposed to drink it like a calf, right? And concentrations of that is decreased, and the probiotic effect, the good bacteria. So what happens in the gut is there is a healthy and a non-healthy, eubiotic and a dysbiotic type of bacteria, which is why we call it that is some are good, they are our friends, they help us
हाँ, जैसे
thrive better.
लैक्टोबैसिलस हम देखते हैं
Yeah,
तो
lacto, many species. Yeah,
हाँ।
absolutely. Lacto is one of the very common ones, and many dysbiotic also. So this kind of picture can be supported or boosted by fermentation foods. The bacteria which ferments is the species. So when we are consuming that, it automatically goes and inoculates the gut, and that kind of gives us a positive gut microbial system. That is why fermenting is very important, and not just curds. We are doing it with एक गंजी जो बनाते हैं केरला में, राइस
कांजी
गांजी बनाते हैं,
और राइस के साथ या
और दोनों के साथ. So it's a fermenting process. What you're doing is you're letting it sit overnight or
letting it
for
sit.
some time, where you're giving the time for the good bacteria to do its work,
multiply, yeah.
to do its work, and you're changing the basic composition of the thing as well. Mainly what we are looking at is that good bacteria is growing in numbers there. And in Delhi also, I think there's Delhi red carrots are very, they make a
हाँ,
beetroot
उसकी
kanji,
कांजी बनती है,
कांजी बनाते हैं. केरला में राइस गंजी, रेड राइस का गंजी बनाता है. तो ये सब साउथ इंडिया में तो ऑल दिस इडली, ऑल दिस
इडली
बैटर्स,
सब कुछ ही
all
fermented है।
batters is fermented. If you look at it globally, sauerkraut, which is like a German kind of cabbage, they fermented cabbage you do, and in China they do what is called kimchi, which is
हाँ,
again
kimchi salad,
it's
yeah.
they have a little bit of fermentation happening there, and breads also, sour bread,
आजकल सारडो ब्रेड कितनी इन है।
sourdough bread. So what is sourdough bread? It is a naturally occurring bacteria. You're not adding additional naturally occurring yeast, not bacteria. So you're not adding any store-bought or a processed yeast capsules into that. It's naturally occurring. It takes longer, and it has shown that it. So what is this gut microbiome, right? It is like a forest of all these bugs in the, so what you're giving is like seeds. You're just putting in the right thing, so they gel with each other. we call permaculture for this is like a good permaculture happening inside our own gut. So there is so much more research to come on this. If you go and look upon NASA webpage, also this whole concept of omics, which is coming up big time now, is going to give out a lot more research in the next few
ये
years.
ओमिक्स क्या चीज़ है मैम?
Omics is in the last 5 or 10 years, there are groups of clusters of data in terms of genomics. We know a lot more about genes. We know a lot more of metabolomics. So these bacteria, whatever is happening in the body, the metabolites, we have no more pathways, and we can have more detailed testing for that, which can help us. Like there's many omics, are there, transcriptomics, multiple this is the omics spectrum, and we can use that information to help our patients better. So all this is coming, and this kind of falls a little bit in the functional medicine space. I'm also trained and certified in that, and the foundation of functional medicine is lifestyle medicine, which are all the 6 pillars I just spoke about. So for gut health particularly, fermentation is very healthy, and a cooking technique everybody should be aware of and try to practice it. Even kombuchas are becoming very
वो जो
popular.
kombucha जो टी होती है.
Kombucha is more like a fruit fermented drink.
Okay.
It's like almost like a carbonated drink.
हाँ.
Coke जो भी हम carbonated, it has a little stiff taste, and that but it's a probiotic, it's a fermented
तो इसको क्या
drink.
हम घर में भी फर्मेंट कर सकते हैं मैम?
You should be very careful. You have to be very careful. You should know the process. But simple Gonji is taken a couple of steps further, is kombucha, which can be also used, I think.
तो मैम ये जो हमारी एंशियंट फूड प्रैक्टिसेस रही हैं इंडिया में, साउथ इंडिया में, तो वो तो मुझे लग रहा है कि ऑलरेडी ही वो फ्रेंडली थी, गट फ्रेंडली प्रैक्टिसेस थी हमारी, कि आप कर्ड राइस खाइए और आप कंजी लीजिए. सो बहुत गट फ्रेंडली प्रैक्टिसेस हमारी थी, जो कि हमने बीच में हम भूल गए. देन वी फेल प्रे टू लाइफस्टाइल डिसीजेस, एंड नाउ इट्स लाइक वी आर कमिंग बैक होम. जो हमारे पास ज्ञान शुरू से ही था, वो हमने कहीं खो दिया था. अब हम उसकी तरफ दोबारा बढ़ रहे हैं, कुछ कदम उठा रहे हैं. तो ये तो एक बहुत अच्छी मूव है. इसके अलावा मैम, आप इस बुक में स्लीप के बारे में भी बात करती हैं. लोग बहुत आजकल सोचते हैं कि कई लोगों को मैं जानती हूँ जो वीकडेज पे 4-5 घंटे ही सोते हैं, वीकेंड्स पर सोते ही रहते हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ये एक हेल्दी ट्रेंड नहीं है, दैट यू आर स्लीप डिप्राइव्ड थ्रू आउट, और लास्ट में आके आप उसको बैंक करना, स्टोर करना शुरू करते हो. आप स्लीप के बारे में क्या बात बताएंगे मैम?
वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आपने ही बताया अभी ट्रेडिशनल विजडम. सो ये बुक भी ये दोनों की बैलेंस में लिखा है, ट्रेडिशनल एंशियंट विजडम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, in India we have this concept of spit. In Kannada we call it angel malge. So if you spit, nobody else will touch it or eat it, like your saliva
हाँ,
touching.
ये आई थिंक आपने अपनी बुक में भी बात करी कि
हाँ,
आपका फूड कोई शेयर करता था तो आप छोड़ देते थे,
हाँ,
क्योंकि वो स्पिट से टच
Spit,
हो गया.
तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट हमको पहले से ही बताता आयुर्वेदा, पूरा हमको पता है ये, क्योंकि ये गट माइक्रोबायोम का कॉन्सेप्ट हमको था. अभी रिसर्च आके हमको प्रूव करता है. तो ऐसे बहुत ही चीज़ें हैं, स्लीप भी ऐसा ही चीज़ है. तो उसमें आयुर्वेदा शायद एक साइंस है जो इसको फर्स्ट रिकग्नाइज भी किया. आप आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर के पास पहले जाते थे तो वो वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस दे ऑलवेज आस्क इज हाउ इज़ योर स्लीप. ये शायद only now it is coming into allopathic, how we are recognizing it through lifestyle medicine. ये थोड़ा awareness आ रहा है, because जब हम नींद करते हैं तो it's like recharging your battery. That is when all the hormones are secreted. And lot of circadian rhythm, what happens, it's like a microcosm. There are multiple cycles, circadian rhythm, which is
ये
controlled.
सर्काडियन रिदम से हम समझते हैं आपका डे एंड नाइट स्लीपिंग पैटर्न्स, राइट?
साइकिल, करेक्ट. तो इसका ये न्यूक्लियस यहाँ होता है, सुप्राकास्मेटिक न्यूक्लियस, वो कंट्रोल करता है. and that kind of gets its input from the patterns outside, which is the macrocosm cycles. It could be day and night, temperature. These are called Zeitgebers, which affect the food we eat, the temperature, the light. Many stimulate, which affects our body, the cycles of season, how the earth moves around the sun. A lot of energy driven kind of, these kind of impact the microcosm cycles in our body. It could be menstrual cycle, it could be hormonal cycle, or a sleep cycle, the cortisol spike, the melatonin spike. Many things it kind of affects, and all this gets reset during sleep. So it's very, very important to give it that importance, and how sleep deprivation can cause imbalances which affect the body and leads to diseases. So very detailed questioning and understanding and practicing good sleep hygiene, which is very
गुड स्लीप
important.
हाइजीन ये
Yeah.
चीज़ क्या होती है मैम?
So sleep hygiene is before, we have hygiene. We take a bath, we wash our hands, we do certain things to maintain basic bodily hygiene. So in the same way, to make sure you sleep properly, you have to do few things, starting from what time you go to when you have your last meal, about 3 hours before, what time you take your last caffeine dose, coffee, about 3 p.m. or 2 p.m., depending upon your cycle. So that can affect your sleep. What you can do in terms of yoga nidra or left nostril breathing or om chanting, these all can stimulate the right sympathetic parasympathetic regulation, which can affect your sleep. Most common sleep disruptor is blue light coming in from your digital devices, which is your TV, your phone, mobile, iPad, whatever you. So making sure absolutely no blue light for at least 1 hour before you go to sleep, I think that can help you in sleep. So these are the common things which fall under sleep hygiene, I would say. Yeah.
तो मैम सोने के साथ साथ और हम क्या कर सकते हैं अपनी हेल्थ को मेंटेन करने के लिए, और क्या प्रैक्टिसेस हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं?
So food is very important.
जी।
It is about 60-70%, I would say. Activity, movement, exercise, getting in whichever form. We do what we call exercise prescription. वही एक दवा है. कितना करना, क्या करना, कैसे करना. It's like on the FIT principles, FITT, of exercise, sleep hygiene, stress management. That is a very important thing which you need to have a process how you manage or deal with stress. It is not just like the flight and fight mechanism, also the rest and digest. So these are things which can truly have a positive impact on your health. It's positive psychology, social connections, spirituality itself has a calming effect. It gives you purpose and cause internally. And of course, substance abuse, stay away from all the things which are bad for you, alcohol, smoking, dhumapan, sharab, these kind of digital addictions. You can follow and be on the right path. So you don't stimulate the pathogenesis, but you are promoting salutogenesis. So that is what is important.
ये मैम ये जो टर्म आपने यूज़ किया सेलुटोजेनेसिस, ये क्या है? हमने पैथोजेन्स तो सुना है लेकिन जेनेसिस नहीं सुना, ये क्या है?
So yeah, pathogenesis is genesis, which is शुरुआत, in forming. Patho is disease. So इसका पूरा हमको समझ है ये disease कैसा होता है. It is all disease
हमारी
genesis.
ये साइंस जो आपकी मेडिकल साइंस है, ऐसा मुझे समझ आता है कि बहुत डिसीज ओरिएंटेड है।
Absolutely.
मतलब कि ईज ओरिएंटेड तो है नहीं, डिसीज की तरफ बहुत ध्यान है।
बिल्कुल या
तो ईज के पर ध्यान दे तो हम डिसीज तक पहुंचेंगे ही नहीं। इफ यू टेक केयर ऑफ द ईज, disease will take care of itself.
Yeah. The salutogenesis promotes ease in the sense it shows us how you can heal. What is the healing process? So healthcare is more like sick care, truly.
हाँ,
It is
healthcare
not
is sick care.
healthcare.
Yeah, it's not healthcare.
It's all illness oriented. And when we add W to illness, illness becomes wellness, right? So we
Yeah.
need to bring together everything and not just one type of healing or one type of procedure or whatever, medication or whatever. It is coming up with an integrated approach where you are looking at the best evidence-based practices. It could be, I'm also, doing integrative medicine, which gives us little bit insight into Ayurveda, homeopathy, Chinese
Yeah.
herbs,
Chinese acupuncture
Shamanian,
also. Yeah.
all of them. So there are
Hmm.
multiple things, and each there is a lot of evidence in that level 1, level 2 kind of evidence, and you can kind of match what works for which. If nothing else has worked, why not? It works. So please, we should have that awareness and inclusive approach with only healing as our main goal as doctors. That is what we truly want. And when we do that, it also brings in this wellness component. There is, you're making sure your patient or your client or that person is not even ill or sick or disease. It is that path there where you can play a huge role in prevention.
Yeah. ये एंशियंट चाइना में आपकी बात सुन के मुझे याद आया, एंशियंट चाइना में एक डॉक्टर का को गेज करने का तरीका ये था कि कितने पेशेंट्स who didn't die because of him. So if a patient died, they would put something outside the doctor's home or whatever clinic. That I read somewhere. और एक और भी मैंने मेडिकल स्कूल के ग्रेजुएट्स को जो एस्से पढ़ते हैं, तो उस एस्से में ये था कि आप किस तरह से एज मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर्स हाउ डू यू डील विद योर पेशेंट्स, दैट आप ज़्यादा मॉनिटरी ड्रिवन ना हो. सो बहुत अच्छे इंटरेस्टिंग एसेज भी हैं. आई थिंक वो ऐसे मुझे उसका नाम याद नहीं आ रहा एग्जैक्टली. सो वो दैट वाज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एसे. तो हम इतने इतने सबलाइम आइडियाज़ पढ़ते हैं, बट समवेयर हम बहुत मनी ड्रिवन हो जाते हैं. सो काफ़ी सिचुएशन इम्प्रूव हो अगर हम इफ़ वी स्टार्ट टू फोकस ऑन healing and giving also.
I think it is all industry driven, but there are quality control. Even in hospitals, we have mortality, morbidity meetings where we keep a check on. We are all on the right track. Patient safety is very important. Giving the best we have in terms of quality and what we deliver is very important. And even in the US, I think this is a very new concept which we are recognizing. Medicare, they are looking
Medicare.
at systems where you are positively recognizing the physician's role in disease prevention as well. So there is economy, into this whole system. I think, like I say in my book also, I think it is like, it's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's science. If you focus on Saraswati, which is wisdom,
Yes, I read that.
you know,
Saraswati and Lakshmi also you have
yeah.
spoken
So
about. Yeah.
Lakshmi will follow, who is,
Yeah.
and so making sure, that Durga doesn't emerge. So you don't want, things to go bad. You want, I think it's very important ethically that we recognize this, we acknowledge this, we give it the importance it needs, morally, starting from schools. Health education is something I think which should start from very, very early on. So they know what is good, what is bad, and they don't fall prey to the marketing gimmicks. Even schools should encourage healthy, it is mind boggling. They have this chips packet in the school canteen
Yeah.
and so many things, chocolate candy, so many. Like my husband just turned 54 last week, and I think, we are eating sugar and we are doing things, all the cake cutting, all this is destructive to our body. This is my very strong take, for possibly very very strong opinion. But we were thinking, we should do two things. Either you do 50, he turned 54. So I said, either you do 54 push-ups or all of us will sit and chant 54 ohms together. That should be we like our mind shift change rather than what is positive and what is negative. And like in the last cover of the book, we have this balance, what is good and what is bad. So what is good is what is heavier, what is on the downside. It has all the positive things which you should subscribe to, and on negative is, try to stay away from it and do things which can take you more in the wellness path, I think.
हाँ, बट
Yeah,
मैम
yeah.
इस पे बड़ा पीयर प्रेशर रहता है कि आपका बर्थडे है तो आपने इसी टर्म्स में सेलिब्रेट करना है
करना
अपने
है,
बर्थडे को।
या
आप केक कटिंग करेंगे,
बिल्कुल,
आप पिज़्ज़ा खाने जाएँगे, आप ट्रीट करेंगे अपने
या
फ्रेंड्स को इसी अनहेल्दी चीज़ों पर।
या
सो बहुत मार्केटिंग का बहुत इन्वेस्टमेंट है यहाँ पर।
बिल्कुल, it's a huge industry, it's a
येस, इट्स
food
ह्यूज
industry,
इंडस्ट्री।
and that's why education is important. We
या
have to catch them young.
हुँ,
40 years ago, Marlboro had this ad, right? The big Clint Eastwood would come on the horse and he would throw all the cigarettes, and people would. It was banned. Now, so, we are seeing San Francisco. There are some cities where it is completely banned. You cannot smoke in the you have these smoke cubes. You have to go inside, and that awareness has come. So I think if for food, it is just starting. Sugar. And just look at it. It's a multi-million-dollar industry, food industry.
इट इज़।
Just like how in the hospital we have these pharmacists who come up with the perfect combination of cough syrup or this medication. Kitna composition hona chahiye. Like that, they have food scientists in all these big companies who come up with this perfect combination of what is addictive, what will make them buy that more.
I think
And
cola would have researched so much.
and it's a trade secret. They don't even
They
let
don't
out
even reveal
what.
it. They
Yeah.
don't reveal it.
So it just shows the business, and it
Hmm.
shows, we do a lot of functional brain scans. We do like for addictive substances like amphetamine, cocaine, dopamine. It lights up certain areas in the
Hmm.
brain,
Hmm.
and sugar does the same thing.
Hmm.
So the food scientists have a lot of science backing. They are trained professionals whose job is to come up with
Formulas.
combinations
Yeah.
which will make you eat it or
Hmm.
not, and you are fighting against them.
Hmm.
As a doctor, if I want, so, and it is our own kids, it's our own next generation, right? So we have a stronger role in making them aware, at least, and making them less susceptible to such falling prey to such things. And that's how society has a role to play in recognizing and giving the support it needs in terms of peers. And it should happen as a community in itself, where we are not just
तो मैम आजकल मिलेट्स के बारे में बहुत बातचीत होती है। एक नया फैशन बन गया है कि आप मिलेट्स खा रहे हैं, मिलेट के प्रोडक्ट खरीद रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट इंटरनेट, इंस्टाग्राम भरा हुआ है आजकल मिलेट के प्रोडक्ट से। सो एज अ डॉक्टर आप एंड एज अ लाइफस्टाइल प्रमोटर, आप क्या कहेंगे मिलेट्स के बारे में?
Millets are very local to Indian cuisine. So it's always good to buy local and buy seasonal also. And हम जो बोलते हैं फार्म टू टेबल FTT टाइम, कितना उसको ग्रो करने में और वो आपके डाइनिंग टेबल को आने में कितना टाइम लगता है, तो ये सब हेल्थी कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं. What is coming up new is nutrigenomics, where what we eat, how that interacts with our genes. And they say that it takes about 8 to 9 generations for our genes to get adapted to the new type of foods which we are taking. So for example, rice, white rice, what we get now is polished. You have removed the outer coating, you have removed all the nutrients, and you are making it so carbohydrate dense, and which in turn we are seeing a lot of diseases like diabetes. So it kind of correlates with the glycemic index. So it's very important to switch to local cereals, which our bodies have gotten used to from generations. Like don't eat what your grandmother wouldn't recognize as food.
wouldn't even know कि कुछ खाने की चीज़ है।
चीज़ है. बिल्कुल. तो ये पूरा ये प्रोसेस्ड foods में होते हैं. तो if she sees some of the things which we are eating today, she wouldn't know, right? So stay away from that. This is processed foods basically. And what is on the opposite spectrum of it is eat which is local, and what she was eating, which is millets. So most of these millets are like, when we call, at least in Canada or South India, it is same akki, navane akki. These are all rices or grains. These are the grains which we were eating, or ancestors were eating. Maybe in the past 100 years, same thing perhaps in North India too, wheat. It is gluten. There is a lot of inflammatory burden on it. We are seeing a lot of gut disorders, and gluten-free is also becoming quite popular these days. And in growing this, we saw a lot of use of pesticides and chemicals, and we saw the cancer train coming in. We know all of this has had its own impact on our health. But one more important thing about millet is, especially if you're diabetic, it is not all millets are good. Some of the glycemic index of certain millets. So in millets you have major and minor, right? So in major, for example, ragi, it is good. It is higher in calcium. Few things are still good in it, but for a diabetic perspective, it has the same glycemic index as rice.
As rice,
right?
yeah.
So you need to be aware of certain basic concepts to understand what works for you and what doesn't. Not just blindly go, but also be aware of the marketing gimmicks now on food packaging. When just because it has millet doesn't mean it is healthy. You're having millet cookies. So many new things are
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Just
Even I
putting
had millet
one-
cookies just a few days back.
it doesn't just make it the whole healthy, right? The other stuff is still there, the sugar and the chemicals and all the things. So be aware of what it is. Always a good thing to introduce it into your existing cuisine. If you're eating rice, if you can switch to red rice, that's one step. This grain hierarchy is given also in the book. What is better? What is better? If you can switch to red rice, that's good. If you can switch
मैम,
to
ये
local,
रेड राइस क्या हर जगह मिलते हैं?
uh,
हमने तो मार्केट में देखे भी नहीं कभी रेड राइस.
हाँ बिल्कुल मिलता है. तो इसमें इवन इन राइस सो मेनी वेराइटीज आर देयर. ब्राउन राइस, रेड राइस, ब्लैक राइस, बैम्बू राइस, so many are there. Certain, the whole thing is about processing. You're not removing any unnecessary fiber, micronutrients, the outside coating. This is very important. That is like one step better. Even better is millets, and it also depends on what suits you. So it's not, it's
You
both
can have a
ways.
blanket statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like, one is like Amrit, like, it's everything good. Everything has bad and good. And you also, it is the body type also, right? What suits you, and if you already have a pre-existing condition like diabetes or heart disease or whatever. So we have to kind of make that match and give the proper recommendation which would be best for that particular person. Yeah.
तो हम किसी भी बात को ऐसे ही आंख बंद करके फॉलो ना करें, थोड़ा स्टडी करें,
बिल्कुल समझना
थोड़ा सा
चाहिए.
समझना है
Yeah.
आपको, अपनी विजडम यूज़ करनी है.
बिल्कुल.
मैम, आपने कहीं इस बुक में आपने मेंशन किया बॉडी टाइप्स. तो ये बॉडी टाइप्स क्या चीज़ है? क्या ये वात, पित्त, कफ का ही एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है या कुछ और है?
Bilkul, I think more research is coming on this. I think what we have seen right now, either from a Western perspective, which is the ectomorph, endomorph, or a mesomorph, what is called, or the traditional Ayurvedic perspective, which is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, they are in one is more looking at the physical appearances, and the other one is looking more from energy perspective. How the heat or the
Yes.
digestive processes for Pitta, these kind of things. They all derive at one common principle, that there is no one single way to look at it. One suits you, it might not suit you. So it's very important to kind of get that mix and match. In terms of body composition, what is available as of today is we do whole body composition scans on the DEXA machines. It's like a head to toe scan, and we see what is the distribution of body fat, bone, mineral, kind of how is it in your body. percentages are there, and that's where we are looking at, lean muscle mass should be more than this, fat should be less than this kind of percentages. And when you work on it, you can change it. You can bring down the fat, you can increase your muscle mass, and you can also derive what we can look at, we call a basal metabolic rate,
जी,
right? That is very
the BMR.
different. BMI and RMR both are very important concepts for weight loss. If body BMR is how much your body is burning throughout the day. RMR is when you're not doing anything, just sleeping and breathing and digesting, there is some amount of processed calories burned. So you need to keep both in mind and kind of adjust that to the calorie requirements of a particular patient. And that is the whole concept of nutrition, kind of what exists today. A step further, what has come now is nutrigenomics. So we can do the omics I was talking about earlier. We can do very high-end testing to see what that particular gene responds to better in terms of just food, in terms of medications which would work for them. A lot of new data is coming on that, which again goes to say that it has to be very personalized. It has to be very that person specific. So which depends on when we say body composition, it could just be from a physical perspective, it could be from energy imbalance perspective, it could be from the actual composition of macro micro in the body, fat protein kind of a perspective, it could be from a genetic perspective as well.
तो मैम कहीं ना कहीं हम जो यंगस्टर्स हैं, इवन जो मिडिल एज लोग भी हैं, दे आर स्ट्रगलिंग विद वेट इश्यूज एंड जिम ज्वाइन करते हैं, दे पे थाउजेंड्स एंड इट गोज़ फॉर सम टाइम बट इट कम्स बैक विद अ वेंजेंस. सो आप वेट लॉस के लिए आपकी बुक में भी थोड़ा इसका रेफरेंस है, उसके बारे में बात कीजिए मैम.
तो ये बहुत फैड्स है, डाइट का भी, जिमिंग का भी, कुछ भी, इट्स वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट टू डू समथिंग लॉन्ग टाइम सस्टेनेबल. तो इसके लिए थोड़ा नॉलेज चाहिए, फंडा चाहिए, क्या क्या है मैक्रो माइक्रो क्या. व्हाट रियली वर्क्स इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग द न्यूट्रिएंट डेंसिटी ऑफ द. तो इसमें एक टेबुलर कॉलम है अराउंड 600 कैलोरीज. सो it's like 1 tablespoon of oil has 400 calories, but instead of that you can eat maybe like 1 full bag of vegetables or fruits, or which fills up your stomach, and that kind of puts an impact on the stretch receptors of the stomach, which talks to your brain to say yes, I am full. So aapko full lagega. It's important to understand these density kind of calorie density and nutrient density. Once you understand it, it becomes very easy in making those food choices. Instead of going in for like a oily puri, you might want to go in for a maida free roti. These kind of simpler choices will cut down a lot of unnecessary calories. Movement, exercise, just try to be as active as possible. Although if you can avoid the lift, avoid it. Park far, and if you can walk it. Any way you can introduce movement is good. Desk exercises, if you're in an office, I have a small cycle, which is like a traditional cycle, small cycle, which you can move your legs. Anything which can burn unwanted calories. We don't take a snack break, right? Take an exercise snack itself is a snack. Just go for a walk and come, or move as much as possible. So sleep hygiene we already spoke about. That itself can introduce a lot of discipline into your routine. And stress management, have a toolkit, how you are responding to sleep, kind of positive psychology, which is based again on the PERMA principles, and stay away from risky substances, alcohol, these kind of things overall help. Developing healthy habits is a long time solution for these things, instead of just doing short term, I'm going on a diet or मैं gym जाऊंगी, तो इससे शायद होगा, but it will come back, like you said, it is not sustainable. Lot about resetting the mindset. If you can understand these things, it will automatically fall into a pattern.
तो मैम आजकल एक और भी बड़ा क्रेज़ है इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग का। सो व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से अबाउट दैट?
It helps. It has both positive and negative. It really depends on who and what your health goals are. What are you trying to achieve? It works great. Fasting itself is good, both water and it's
Yes.
should be done in a cyclical way, not long term. These kind of things. It can have some not so good health effects also, but giving that body to rest and digest, keeping those cycles going, I think it is a positive thing overall if done in the right way, understanding how to do with the proper guidance, it should be fine.
हैबिट फॉर्मेशन बड़ा ज़रूरी है, लेकिन होता नहीं है। तो हम क्या करें? हैबिट फॉर्मेशन के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? बिकॉज़ वो सेंट्रल है कि आप अपने आप को किस तरह से आप डिकोड, रीकोड कर सकते हो। तो कैसे करें आप हैबिट्स को हम कैसे फॉर्म करें?
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, वेरी प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन है, एंड यही है वो लॉन्ग टर्म रिजल्ट्स देते हैं। तो इसमें हमने थोड़ा ब्रेकअप करके लिखा है बुक में, सेंटर फोल्ड में थोड़ा बोल्ड में है, 3 कैटेगरीज में कर सकते हैं। जो फिज़िकली हमको क्या करना चाहिए, फिज़िकल हैबिट्स, डॉक्टर शंकर हैबिट्स ऐसे टाइटल में है, एंड एनवायरमेंटली हमको जो ट्रिगर देता है वो एनवायरनमेंट है, तो उसको थोड़ा क्लीन अप करेंगे तो हमको क्यूज नहीं मिलेंगे, ये करना है, ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है। एंड मेंटली मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, मेंटल माइंड रीसेट। सो इन सब कैटेगरीज में पॉइंट्स है, तो उसमें क्या आपको अप्लाई करता है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू काइंड ऑफ अंडरस्टैंड एंड अडाप्ट इट। एंड हैबिट फॉर्म होने में टाइम लगता है, अबाउट 21 days. So it's basically a battle between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. What your brain, frontal brain, conscious mind is thinking should automatically be taken up by the subconscious mind, become basal. That's when it happens. Most research says it takes about 21 days to form a habit, and if you continue to do it up to 90 days, 21-90 rule जो बोलते हैं, it is hard to get rid of it. It becomes so ingrained. So it's good to set some smart goals, work on it. We have some specific programs for this, if you want to look up on the website, where we do that coaching and hand holding initially. Because the book is a lot of information, but many times the transformation happens when you have that kind of hand holding and coaching which is needed. But good place to start is do some introspection. Think about what you are, first understand what are the right things, and think about what it is that you can do and you want to do. Match it up with your health goals and make a process for yourself which you can reach that. So अच्छी habits are always the way.
आपसे मैम जाते जाते मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछने की मुझे टेम्पटेशन हो रही है कि आजकल बहुत सुपर फूड्स की बात होती है। मोरिंगा इज़ कंसिडर्ड टू बी अ सुपर फूड। करी लीव्स के लोग बहुत पाउडर बनाते हैं, तो क्या ये भी एक फैड है? इज देयर सम रियलिटी टू इट?
Okay, I think superfood is something which is food and it is super. It is super in some micronutrient density. It has a lot of good things in it. So if it will be great if there is a natural way or a wholesome way to take that without needing to take it in a multivitamin tablet form. That is how this whole funda or hype or a marketing thing has come about, I think, for superfoods. We can list many. We can list, I think, like I said, there is nothing which is not super. सब में तो कुछ ना कुछ होता ही है.
Actually.
तो हमको जो आदत से पड़ गई है, what is in our normal diet which we are eating, itself has a lot of basic good things, and each one is a superfood if you look at it like that. But there are few other things which pop out, stand out, and maybe also has a economic angle to it. People are maybe growing that, or उनका भी थोड़ा like dynamics होगा for them to promote it specifically and market it there. But traditionally, curcumin, which is turmeric, ginger, garlic, moringa, drumstick, of course, every part of that plant
Yes,
has
it's called the
value.
miracle tree.
Miracle tree. A lot of other things are on the top 20, you would say, which are very high in a micronutrient density. Could be vitamins, could be minerals, could be protein, or could be an anti-inflammatory component, which kind of a polyphenol or these kind of things, which gives them that extra star rating, I would say.
तो मैम आप कुछ बुक रेकमेंड करेंगे हमारे व्यूअर्स को, जैसे आपकी इतनी खूबसूरत बुक है, तो ईज़ के अलावा इस लीग में और कौन सी बुक्स आपकी फेवरेट हैं जो कि आप हमारे व्यूअर्स को रेकमेंड करेंगे?
I think one of the most recommended books, I would say, is The Blue Zones by Dan Buettner. He looks at multiple cities or places across the globe who have lived for more than 100 years, centenarians, and goes and analyzes what are the good things they are doing and derives, what should we be doing, learning from them. And I personally think there are a lot of things we Indians are also doing. I think what we are not doing is being conscious about our macro nutrient density because of the oil intake or because of what is being made available to us as a food ingredient. I think we are kind of lacking that, eating a lot more grains and consuming the wrong kind of oils, the good fat and the bad fat. That's another analysis in the book, I think gives it perspective. Another good book is Sugar and Fat by Michael Ross. I think it's a good book where you get a perspective of what you're eating and what the industry's role is in making you make those choices. Once you realize that, it's a game-changing thing. Many other documentaries also, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, Fork and Knives for a food perspective. It is we are going to be seeing a paradigm shift in how healthcare is being delivered and how we doctors are going to be recommending health changes for patients with lifestyle diseases, which can help them prevent. And for them to successfully do those choices, they need to be convinced internally, yes, this is right. And to do that, it's not just me coming and preaching, do this, do that.
Yeah.
It is they seeing this by themselves, by reading books, seeing documentaries, understanding the truth, the real truth, and the industry gimmicks, which has a role. Seeing that is like the first step. So that's where, education, awareness is very important.
जी, क्या ये बुक अमेज़ॉन पर अवेलेबल है डॉक्टर शंकर?
Yeah, it's both on Kindle and...
जी. So Dr. Maitri Shankar, thank you for this lovely conversation on this very beautiful book. और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपकी बुक का मैसेज जन जन तक पहुँचे. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू सो मच.
तो दोस्तों, ये थी हमारे साथ डॉक्टर मैत्री शंकर, जिन्होंने हमें बहुत सारे गुर दिए अपनी हेल्थ को मेंटेन करने के, और किस तरह से हम अपनी आदतों को बदल सकते हैं और उनके गुलाम नहीं रहते. हमारे साथ इन एपिसोड्स पर आप बने रहिए और हमें YouTube पर और अन्य सभी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर फॉलो कीजिए.